The Earth in the solar system. Objective. At the end of the module, we will be able to understand solar system, moon. You and I, we love the space. We've got a long journey to the ace. Let's together in our spaceship. With sun and planets, it will be a great trip. That is where the entire journey begins. Have you ever gazed up at the sky at night and wondered about the twinkling stars above, how far and big they are, what lies on them, etc. All the objects that we see in the sky, such as the sun, the moon, and the stars, are called the heavenly bodies or celestial bodies. The sun and all the stars that we see in the sky at night belong to the galaxy, a unit of measurement of heavenly bodies called the light year. Although it's very difficult to derive a unit for measuring the distance between various heavenly bodies in the universe, as they are very far from each other. The universe, which originated around 2000 years ago, consists of countless galaxies. Galaxies are sprawling space systems composed of dust, gas and countless stars. It is also called the Milky Way galaxy or the Akash Ganga. Let's understand each heavenly body one by one. The stars. Huge balls of glowing gas in the sky are called star. Stars are formed from the clouds of gas and dust in space called nebula and have their own heat and light. The stars are very far from us and thus they appear tiny and twinkling. The sun. The sun by far is the largest object in the solar system. It is at the center of the solar system. It is a spinning ball of very hot gas. Its heat and light make life possible on Earth. The sun is fueled by nuclear fusion reactions. It can fit 1.3 million Earth inside its sphere. And it's the gravitational force of the sun that keeps all the planets in their orbits. The sun is also a star. When we talk about the solar system, we mean the family of the sun. It consists of the planets, satellites, asteroids, comets, and meteors. Let's understand our solar system family. The planets. All planets fall into two groups. These are inner planets and outer planets. Inner planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars are called inner planets and have few or no moon. They are also called lesser planets. Outer planets. These are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune are mostly huge, gaseous, ringed and have many moons. These planets are light and move quickly. These are also known as gas giants. The inner planets and the outer planets are separated by the asteroid belt. Let us know about these planets one by one. Mercury. Mercury is the planet that is closest to the Sun. It does not have a moon. It takes 88 days to revolve around the Sun, which it takes fastest revolving planet around the Sun. Venus. It is the second coldest planet of the Sun. It takes about 244.7 days to orbit around the Sun and is named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty. Did you know that Venus is called morning and evening star? The reason is that Venus is visible in the morning and the evening as the brightest star of the Earth. Earth. Our planet Earth is the third planet from the Sun. It is blue in color as there is a lot of water present on the surface of Earth. Unlike Earth, Moon is not a planet. It is a natural satellite of Earth and revolves around the Earth. Satellite is a smaller body which rotates around another rotating body. Earth is the only planet which has animals, trees and human beings. Water constitutes about 70% of the Earth. Mars. Mars is called the red planet because it's red in color. This red color is due to the presence of a chemical called iron oxide. Mars is named after the Roman god of war. It has 2 moons that in turn revolve around it. Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet of the solar system and is named after the Roman god. It is 317 times the mass of Earth. Jupiter may have all the rocky core of the heavier elements, making it the biggest and the heaviest planet. The outer atmosphere of Jupiter is divided into several bands at different latitudes, resulting in storms. It has around 67 moons revolving around it. These are natural satellites of Jupiter. Saturn. Saturn is the only planet that has rings around it. It is named after the Roman god for agriculture. It has just over 95 times mass as compared to the Earth. The rings around Saturn are mostly composed of the ice particles and some rocky debris and some dust. It has around 62 moons revolving around it. Uranus. Uranus is similar to Neptune and is named after the Greek god of sky, Uranus. It has around 27 natural satellites revolving around it. The Uranus is unique as compared to the other planets because of the fact that its axis of rotation is tilted sideways, unlike the other planets. It looks bluish-green in color because the atmosphere of Uranus is very cold and cloudy. Neptune. Neptune is the farthest planet from the Sun. It is about 17 times the size of Earth. It is light blue in color because it is the coldest of all planets. It is the densest of all planets. It is named after the Roman god for sea. There was another planetary object called Pluto, which was the 9th planet, but is no more considered a planet because Pluto and its moons are now considered to be a region. This region extends from the orbit of Neptune. Moon. The moon is the heavenly body which is closest to the Earth. The average distance of the moon from the Earth is about 3,84,400 kilometers.
Gravity keeps the moon in orbit around the Earth. The moon orbits the Earth every 28 days.
The moon appears larger and brighter than any celestial body in the night sky. No life can exist on the moon due to the absence of atmosphere and moisture. Like everything else in the solar system, the moon also does not have its own light. It shines due to the sun's light. The moon rotates on its axis and revolves around the Earth from west to east. The moon has no atmosphere, so there is a huge difference between the day and night temperature. 127 degrees Celsius in day to minus 173 degrees Celsius in night. The moon is the only celestial body other than Earth on which humans have set foot. Phases of the moon. The visible shape of the moon changes from night to night. In its journey from new moon to full moon, the visible portion increases and the moon is said to wax. The visible portion decreases, the moon is said to wane. The waxing and waning of the moon is known as the phases of the moon. In fact, the moon is always half dark and half bright, but the angle of view from the Earth is changing. On the new moon day, the dark hemisphere of the moon faces the Earth, whereas on the full moon day, the bright hemisphere is visible to us. Summary. The solar system is a part of the Big Bang Theory. The Sun is our main source of heat and light. The 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Jupiter is the biggest and Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system. All the planets route their axis and revolve around the Sun from west to east. The moon is the only known satellite in the solar system.